What's up guys, Josh Blunt here and welcome to my channel. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video. I have heard and I have seen all too many times when somebody asks, how do I lose weight? The person, if they have any idea what they're talking about, will usually say to go into a calorie deficit. Now, if you're in the fitness space, this might make sense to you. It's a simple concept and it is true. Or to burn more calories than you take in. Sure, a simple concept and it is true. But if you're just starting your fitness journey and you're a beginner, some of these terms might need to be break down just a little bit more for you to understand, more of an explanation. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly what a calorie deficit is and how to go about doing it safely, successfully, and with little effort. Let's dive in. Now, in order to understand what a calorie deficit is, it helps to understand what a calorie is. So what do you think a calorie is? Write it in the comment section down below. I will wait. All right, so a calorie is a unit of energy. It's what our body needs to sustain life, right? Energy. Now, are all calories created equal? Sure, if you're saying that all calories are a unit of energy, but we definitely don't use and process all calories the same way. So how is it that we go into a calorie deficit with these calories? Well, you need to be creating an energy balance. So you need to be consuming or taking in less energy throughout the day, and you need to be burning or expending more energy. So let's talk about how we can use more energy. There's a few different ways. All right, so the first one that I want to mention is called activity energy expenditure. Now, this is going to be all of the calories and all of the energy that you're using during exercise and even during non-exercise activities, like making dinner, doing the dishes, or any kind of moving around in general is going to be activity energy expenditure. So how much energy you use during that activity. Remember, there are only two ways to go into a calorie deficit. We're going to be breaking that down right now. You need to be consuming less energy and burning or expending more energy. So in this case, in order to increase the amount of calories that you're expending or burning, you need to be exercising more, obviously, or just moving around more in general. This is going to increase the amount of energy, increase the amount of calories that you burn throughout the day. All right, so the next one that I want to talk about is the thermic effect of food. Now, the thermic effect of food is how many calories or how much energy you're using to digest and metabolize the food that you eat. Now, this isn't going to make a massive difference, but it definitely does help, so you might as well take advantage of it. So if you want to maximize the amount of calories that you're burning or the amount of energy that you're using in this case, you need to be eating nutrient-dense foods high in fiber and protein especially. These foods are going to require more energy to break down. So eating healthy isn't just about better overall health. It actually requires more energy to break down healthy nutrient-dense foods. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you should only eat healthy foods. What is the fun in that, right? But what I'm saying is that by choosing healthier foods the majority of the time, you're not only helping with better overall health, but you're also helping to lose weight as well. All right, so the next one that I want to mention is called your resting energy expenditure. Now, this is going to be how many calories you use or how much energy you use for the normal body functions. We're talking about breathing. We're talking about your heart pumping. We're talking about your brain working. We're talking about blood circulation, etc., etc., the normal body function. This is another benefit of exercising and putting on lean muscle mass. The more lean muscle mass that you put on, the more calories and the more energy that you're going to be using during a resting state, even while you sleep. That's why a lot of people say you can burn calories 24/7. By increasing your lean muscle mass, you're also increasing the amount of energy and calories that you're using during a resting state, doing nothing. So if you want to increase the amount of calories or energy that you're using during a resting state, doing nothing, or while you're sleeping, then try to do a little bit of exercise and put on some lean muscle mass. Now, with that being said, those are all of the ways that you can expend or burn more calories throughout the day, but there are two parts to being in a calorie deficit, and the next part is by consuming or taking in less energy and less calories than what your body needs to maintain those body functions that we just talked about. If you're looking for a general idea on how many calories you need to maintain your normal activity and to maintain your normal body weight, then check out this video right here. This is a general idea and it might be a place for you to start. Now, if you want a more accurate way to track the amount of calories that your body needs, then here's your plan. You need to take the next 2 weeks and track all of your calories. You need to track every single meal, every single day. Track your calories every single day for 2 weeks and also track your body weight. I know, tracking your calories, it's a pain. I get it. I don't like tracking my calories either, but listen to this. Getting to your goals and struggling to get there and trying different diets and failing over and over and over, isn't that a pain as well? So it seems like tracking your calories is a pain, not tracking your calories and not getting to your goals is a pain. It seems like it's a lose-lose, but guess what? We need to put on our tough pants here. Sometimes we just need to utilize these tools for a couple of weeks to get where we need to be, to give you that boost that you need. Now, you don't need to count your calories. We're going to go over another method in just a second, so bear with me here, but if you're using this method, it is effective. It definitely does help. It's another tool. So if you plan on tracking your calories, you only need to do it for a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks at the very most. Track your calories, track your weight, see how many calories you need to maintain your body weight and go nowhere based on your own activity level, and then see how many calories you need to be in a deficit by reducing the amount of calories that you're taking in. Once you have these numbers, it's easy to adjust your portions as you go. All right, so if you do not want to count your calories, I got 2 other easy methods for you right now. Number 1, very simple. Eat less than what you're eating right now. Simple as that. Whatever you're eating right now, don't change a thing, just eat less of it. If you drink 3 Cokes a day, drink 2. If you have an 8-ounce steak for dinner, have a 6-ounce steak for dinner. If you do 2 scoops of mashed potatoes, do 1 scoop of mashed potatoes. That's it. You don't have to change what you eat. Very, very simple. Take what you eat and just eat less of it. That's it. This is what being in a calorie deficit is by taking calories and taking energy off of your plate. Now, a very common mistake when people are trying to lose weight is they take drastic measures. So do not take drastic measures. Start slow. You do not want to go from eating 4 meals a day to eating 1 meal a day so you can lose weight. It is too drastic. You're going to upset ghrelin, your hunger hormone. It's going to slap you in the face. It's going to come back with a vengeance. And the next time you eat, you're going to overconsume on calories. You're trying to fill a void, trying to fill and satisfy your stomach because you've been starving. So do not take this measure. You're going to over consume on calories. Start slow. You can easily start working towards your goals and see results by cutting out small amounts of calories. We're talking about 500 calories, 400 calories, even 300 calories a day is all you need to start with. You don't need to make it drastic. You do not need to starve yourself. Right now, I'm going to go over another method that you can use to cut back on the calories with little effort. Number 1, do not drink your calories. This is one of the worst things that you can do. And the reason is because you can easily overconsume on liquid calories before you ever get satisfied or before you ever get full. Here's some example. 1 can of Coke has 150 calories. I could drink a can of Coke in minutes and it's not going to make even the slightest dent to my stomach. So what I'm going to end up doing is going back for a second Coke and a third Coke and a fourth Coke. Now I'm at like 450 calories in liquid calories, and that's not even including any of the food that I'm going to be eating throughout the day. Bad choice. And if you cannot give up soda, instead try drinking diet soda, which is going to have next to nothing in calories. Yeah, it's not going to taste 100% the same, but how badly do you want to lose weight? How badly do you want to get to your goal or to be healthy, whatever your goal is? You're going to have to make sacrifices, but you don't have to make massive, huge sacrifices, just small sacrifices. I'm not asking you to give up all of your selfish desires. I would never do that. What I'm asking is that if your goal is really important to you, just make smarter choices. Fruit juice is going to be the same. You can have an 8-ounce glass of orange juice, which is going to be 140 calories. Sure, it's healthy, but it's 140 calories, liquid calories, and it's not going to satisfy you. Maybe 2 or 3 glasses might satisfy you, but that's 400 calories without any food at all. It's not going to be filling in any way. You can eat 1 whole orange and it's only going to be 45 calories, meaning you can eat 3 whole oranges. It's going to be way more filling and it's going to be just as many calories as 1 glass of orange juice. So the bottom line in this case is do not drink your calories if you're trying to lose weight. It's a waste. It's only going to set you back. All right, so the next tip, and this one is kind of common sense, but it's to avoid too much processed food. Now, I'm not saying that you need to avoid it altogether. I'm not saying that you can't have a much needed and rewarding meal, but what I'm saying is that if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to be in a deficit, just limit the amount of high calorie junk foods that you eat, like the cakes, the ice creams, any of the desserts, cookies, etc., etc. There are many ways that you can make the same delicious foods that you love, like cheesecakes and burgers and pizzas and cookies and on, that are lower in calories if that's what you want to do. I'm starting to make and review a lot of different recipes from other food channels, and I'm going to be making and reviewing them on this channel here, so stay tuned. If you enjoy cheesecake, if you enjoy tostadas, you're welcome to check out those videos. Now, the reason that all of these desserts and processed foods are so dangerous, or can be dangerous, is because they're so delicious that it's very hard to stop eating them before you overconsume on calories. You can eat one tiny sliver of cheesecake and it's normally going to be about 250 calories, but are any of us going to be eating one slice of cheesecake? Probably not. I'm not going to. What I would do is I would cut 2 portions into one piece to help justify my actions. That's what I would do. One piece might even be satisfying. You might even get the rewards that you're looking for. It might even fill you up a little bit, but that doesn't mean that we're done. We want more and more and more until we can't fit any more in our bellies, and maybe we feel even a little sick, and that's where it can go wrong if you're trying to lose weight. So if this is you, you need to be finding recipes that make these same delicious foods yet lower in calories. This weekend, I'm going to be making and reviewing a birthday style cheesecake, so if you love cheesecake, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out. And if you don't have the time to find these recipes or to make these foods, then just limit the amount of portions that you're eating throughout the week. I'm not saying to get rid of them altogether, just control it a little bit, that's all. And an easy way to control your portions is obviously to cook your own food if you have the time. This way you can control your portions and you know exactly what's going into it. None of these restaurants around you, none of these fast food restaurants, they're not going to be looking out for your health. They're not going to be looking out for your weight. Only you can do that. You can easily find delicious recipes for breakfast, lunch, and even dinner. It's just going to require a little bit more time and a little bit more effort, but the rewards are going to be massive. And then once you build a habit, it becomes a lot easier. To sum this up, by cooking your own meals, making healthier choices, and avoiding calories that come from liquid, it's going to make it much, much easier to be in a calorie deficit. And if you can stick with this consistently, then you won't even have to count your calories. Your body will just feel full and satisfied from the healthier choices. And if you could be in a deficit consistently, you will get to your goal weight and you will be more satisfied with your health. I promise you that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you're feeling generous, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're here on Sunday. If you enjoy cheesecake, I'll be making and reviewing a delicious birthday style cheesecake, so do not miss out. Check out those ebooks that I have linked down below, and I will see you guys on the next video.